dropped me.
So yours? Yeah, I'm genuinely like her. She'll have a ticket. You haven't got all the tickets.
Oh, okay.
And that's a dry one, yeah?
First row. Oh, you can actually.
It's a trumpery.
Sorry? Sorry, I don't...
It's a trumpery.
I'm afraid I don't...
He means hearts, my dear.
Yeah, ha.
The word is trump, Herr Scharf. Trumpery is a different thing altogether. Trump. Hearts are trump.
Trump. Dankeschön. Hearts a trump. You come to the front, Lisaveta.
I beg your pardon? What do I do? Sorry, I don't...
You come to the front.
I think perhaps he means you lead.
Ah, you lead.
Ah, yes, of course. I lead. I lead.
Dear God, good God, dear kind good God.
Would you like me to lead the four of spades, madame?
What I would like, my sweet Lisaveta. There was a time when playing a game of cards before dinner was one of life's less complex pleasures. And this glass too, Katja?
Certainly, madame.
This tea was good, Katja.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Schön, sehr schön.
You're very welcome, Herr Scharf.
What is Vera play on piano?
It's a John Field sonata, isn't it? Isn't that John Field, Natalia?
Is it? I don't know.
All of a sudden, she's a very mature pianist, your little ward.
She should be out in the sun. Tell Miss Vieira, Katja, tell Miss Vieira that's enough practice and to go outside and play games or something.
Yes, madame.
I met John Field once in Moscow, shortly after my husband's death, 30 years ago. He was a very handsome man with that angular Irish face. Have I told you that story, Herr Scharf?
And he said to you, the most interesting women are widowers.
Widows, Herr Scharf. The most interesting women are widows. There are times when I think your vocabulary is willfully inadequate, and that's my trick, thank you very much. And now I think I'll try this.
Read some more of Mr. Stern to me, Michelle. We're at page 115.
I thought I was boring you.
Of course you're not boring me. Please.
I have drawn the curtain over this scene for a minute to remind you of one thing and to inform you of another. What I have to inform you comes, I own, a little out of its due course, for it should
Have you
been...
seen our garden today?
At lunch, and And this morning down at the dam.
Showing off the new sluice gate he invented.
It's a very clever design.
Bubbling with energy and enthusiasm.
Have you seen it?
My energetic husband, the dam enthusiast. And I blessed.
Enthusiasm can be a virtue.
I think it's a vice.
Well, of course, if it's carried to...
Yes, it's a virtue. Yes, it's a vice. Don't you know that nothing bores a woman more quickly than an excessive desire to please?
So you want me to disagree with...
Oh, God, I want you to read to me. Please.
Natalia?
Yes?
Is little Collier down at the dam with his father?
He's out in the garden with his new tutor.
Oh, as long as his head is covered in that sun.
He'll be fine, Grandmother. Stop fussing.
Once again, hearts.
Sorry? Sorry?
Hearts at robbery once more.
Why should one battle with fate? Herts are indeed trumpery, and once again you come up to the front, Lisvieta.
What do you want me to do, Madame?
My dear sweet child, play a card, any card at all. What does it matter?
All right. I'll hazard the only heart I have.
Why not? Hazard away.
Your son has a new tutor.
Got him a few weeks ago. Alexei Belyaev. See what happens when your back is turned.
He's not another randy old goat like Sharp.
He's 21. Open, eager, energetic.
Handsome.
Only just graduated, hungry for the world and thrilled with himself to have landed a summer job with such exciting people.
Enthusiasm, good.
You won't like him. He hasn't enough grace for you.
He's only 21.
And that's why I like him.
Because he's graceless or because he's 21?
But mostly, I think, because he's so unlike us. He's so unjaded.
So this is going to be another day of little needles, is it?
No, it's not. I'm sorry, Michelle. Just talk to me. Not serious talk, silly talk, chatter, gossip. Tell me about your visit to the Krenitsins.
Real meaty gossip.
The meatier the better.
Right. 7 months married, and already the Krenitsins are bored with one another.
Oh, God, no. Oh, God, that's terrible.
Sorry, I shouldn't have.
Who told you that? They never admitted that.
Well, it was palpable. Bored with each other, bored with me, and after 2 days I was bored with them.
But you love the Krenitsins, Michelle.
My oldest and closest friends.
I don't understand that.
That we bored one another. Yes, you do, Natalia, nobody better.
And I won't believe it.
That love and boredom aren't perfectly compatible.
What does that mean?
Maybe even complementary, that's closer to it.
I get really angry when you talk like that, Michelle. Because you're not talking to me at all. You're playing a private little game of your own. You're like those lace makers in those gloomy, airless rooms. Each one totally isolated, totally concentrated on those minute, subtle, complex little stitches. As if nothing in the world mattered but those ridiculous little stitches.
All I suggested...
That's the way we all live here, making minute, private little stitches. I'm sick of gloomy, airless, constricting rooms.
You are angry with me today. But something happened while I was away.
You are a kind man, and a gentleman, and a man of great delicacy. But there are times when I think you know nothing about me.
And since I have no heads, I will cross with the 7 of clubs, which gives me 4, 5, 6, 7 tricks and a game.
Not game yet.
Oh yes, game now, Herr Scharf.
Now you come forward with spade. You know I have diamond Kaiser.
Diamond King.
So why you come forward with spade?
I don't know. I come forward with spade because I
Please,
think...
no post-mortems. Thank you kindly, Herr Scharf, Lisvieta.
With Lisaveta Bogdanovna, ever again, I refuse to couple.
What do you...
I think perhaps you mean to partner, Herr Scharf. To couple is a different... Hand me my shawl, please, Lisvieta. Time for a breath of air before we eat.
Come on, Claudia. Oh, God, hi. Come on.
4, 5, 19, 27, 26, 24, 97, 98, 99, 100.
That's him,
I can smell you, I reach you
the
up.
new tutor.
He cheats.
It's a game, Michelle, just a game.
Forgive me. Collier and I, we were playing a game.
My grandson's not here, young man. Try the gazebo. That's a favourite hiding place of his.
I'll try that. Thank you. I'm really sorry.
Why are you apologising,
Because
Alexei?
Thank you.
Himself and Collier together. One would scarcely know which was the pupil.
Indeed, it would be hard to tell.
The new tutor.
Alexei Belyaev, what do you think?
Seems a fine young man. Maybe a bit unfinished.
We'll finish him, Michelle. We'll complete his education. That will be our game for the summer. Polish the tutor.
He interests you, doesn't he?
Interests me?
Does he know he has impressed you?
Oh, Michelle, he is
He
only
must be very pleased with himself.
I have no idea what he thinks or how he thinks. Nor have you. People like Master Belyaev are altogether different from us. We know nothing about them. We're so busy with our little stitches. Trouble is, we know very little about ourselves either. Just teasing, that's all. And if I can't tease you, who can I tease?
Any volunteers?
Because you know what you are to me, Michelle.
Tell me again.
You know very well, I don't have to say it.
The cat's gone. Who stole the cat? Was it you?
The cat? What cat?
It was sitting there. Did you steal it?
Not quite right, Herr Scharf. The pool of money is called the kitty. And I took it because I won the last hand.
Excuse me, please, Dr. Strigelski.
He's here, Murphy. How's the arthritis?
Oh, a lot better, Doctor, thank you. Those pills are great.
Good. Not interrupting, am I? Afternoon, madame.
Welcome, Dr. Strigelski.
Thank you. And Lizaveta. Well, if we're not elegant today.
Doctor.
And Herr Sharp.
Good time.
And the beautiful Natalia Petrovna.
How are you, Doctor?
How are you?
Prickly.
No, she's not. Oh, very fast. But nothing that a good laugh wouldn't cure. Michel, how are you?
Managing.
Uh-oh, don't like the sound of that.
You have the news of the countryside, Doctor. Bring some fresh air in here. Cure us all. Give us a good laugh.
Right, a laugh. A laugh. Yes! The station master told me this one last night. 2 farm labourers crawling to work at dawn on Monday morning. One says to the other, I am destroyed. I was with this enormously fat woman last night. And about 5 in the morning, she caught me by the... Yes, no, that's not funny at all, not a bit. Ever since his wife had those triplets, for some reason that station master's become very coarse. In point of fact, the story I did intend telling you was about this man who comes knocking at the doctor's door in the middle of the night. Doctor, please help me. I'm suffering very bad amnesia. When did you get this? Get what, doctor? Well, you did encourage me.
You are a very sympathetic doctor, and that's much more important than being an indifferent comedian. Ooh, needles in my leg when I sit too long.
Then you shouldn't sit too long, should you?
Indeed. Trump, lead, widow, kitty. Got those?
Ja, with latitude, madame.
With gratitude, Herr Scharf. No big leaps, just one step at a time. I think I'll go and lie down for a while.
That's a very good idea.
Brown suits you.
Oh, it's not brown.
Suits you even better. Atmosphere a bit chilly, is it?
Is it?
Bit edgy, is she?
Is she?
Sorry, so I read it wrong again. Herr Scharf, wie ist Ihres Befinden?
Wie ist Ihr Befinden?
Ihr.
Und in my post, I respond, I am well.
You are well. Very damn good. You make me very damn happy. Natalia, could I have a second?
Yes.
By ourselves.
Clean those brushes, Michelle. What is it?
Somebody I know quite well, a friend actually, a very close friend in fact. He has asked me if I would ask you what hopes, plans you have in mind for the wonderful pianist.
The who?
Your ward for Viera.
What do you mean, plans?
Hopes, expectations, aspirations. What this acquaintance of this friend has asked me to
He
ask
wants to marry her.
Nail on head.
You're really joking now, Dr. Spigelski.
Deadly serious.
Your acquaintance, your closest friend, wants to marry Vieira.
A very genuine proposal.
Vieira's a child, Doctor.
Well, my friend suggests
She's
that...
barely 17.
Nowadays, young ladies are 17.
And who is this close friend?
Well, no, please. One step at a time. And when you think it over...
Doctor.
Have you any glue or paste or sticky stuff of any sort?
I certainly have, Vera. I never move without
You
it.
are a clown, Michelle.
What's it for?
Alexei and I are making a kite. Well, Alexei is for Kolya.
Well, leave it to Michel.
Aren't you saying hello to Dr. Spigelski, Vieira?
Hello, Doctor.
How are you, young lady?
Oh, can't you see how she is? Look at those shoes. What in God's name have you been doing, child?
We were down at the dam. You should see the new sluice skates, how Cardi's designed. They're wonderful. Then we played rounders on the old tennis courts. Alexei's a great runner.
Alexei Belyaev's our new tutor.
And now we're making a kite. Alexei can make great kites.
This one lasts a day, and this one lasts forever. Which one should she take?
Just give her some glue, Michelle.
Can I have them both?
You certainly can.
Thanks. You're great. We'll probably use the forever stuff.
Careful in that sun, child.
And I have a patient to see. And I've never seen a kite being made. May I watch?
Doctor.
The very soul of discretion.
Something's wrong.
Nothing's wrong now.
Talk to me about it.
I've been so restless, so irritable all day. But I'm fine now. Why are you searching my face like that?
Just to look at you is a great happiness.
You are the kindest man in the world.
Natalia.
And the most gentle, and the most considerate, and the most understanding. And you're so permanent. What would I do without you?
Only you know the answer to that.
When I'm with you, I feel so centered. Just to be with you, this is the only happiness I ever want. I mean that with all my heart.
Beautiful, Natalia.
Hundreds of women would envy me, wouldn't they?
Thousands, millions.
Oh, yes, they would. To be loved by such a good man. Oh, yes, that must be enviable. Strange, isn't it?
I don't know what's strange anymore. I just know that I'm in love with you.
And I love you.
Do you?
Yes, I do. You know I love you. And the moment I say that, the moment I make that acknowledgement, I think...
Go on.
I think that man has never made me suffer. That man has never made me cry. And if I've never cried because of him, I can't really love him, can I? Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Is it ridiculous?
Maybe not.
It probably is. I don't know. How long have we known each other?
Oh, years and years and years.
That makes us old friends, doesn't it?
Is that what we are?
But it does, doesn't it? We are friends, aren't we?
Let us talk about something else, Natalia. A little shred of happiness I cling to, I feel it slipping away.
Time to keep the water at that level, Matt.
I can't face him now.
Natalia!
Not just at the moment. I'll be right back.
And we'll not open the gates until the water has risen another 6 inches. Ah, Michelle. How are you today, Michelle? Are you well?
We had lunch together, Arkady.
Had we? Yes. Cold partridge. Of course we had. And we both agreed we preferred partridge to grass. Now, where did I leave? Ah, here we are. The Russian workmen never fail to astonish me, Michelle. You see the group of men I have down there at the wheel? As bright and as keen a group of men as you could ask for, provided, perhaps this is characteristic of the Russian psyche at every level of society, provided you lead them with intelligence, but especially with authority. Where's Natalia?
She was here a moment ago.
But leave them alone for 10 minutes without that leadership and chaos. Astonishing, isn't it?
Yes. Is the new dam nearly finished?
This is what I want, I think. Not to be pedantic, Michel, but it is a weir, not a dam. And yes, it's almost complete. Why are you laughing at me?
I was just smiling because you...
Yes, I suppose I am slightly. What am I?
Well, I was just smiling
Yes,
at
I
the way
always seem to be simultaneously very busy and very confused, don't I? Yes, I'm not unaware of that. But there was a time, long before you and I became friends, there was a time, strange as it may seem, when I was as busy, but much, much less confused. Ivan hasn't been here, has he?
Who?
That new tutor Natalia found somewhere, Ivan something.
Isn't his name Alexei?
Whatever. I gave him a simple errand to do, and I'm afraid he's... just asking after you, young man. You left those instructions with the foreman?
Yes, and now he wants the plans with the blue ribbon.
Blue. Blue. Ah, here we are. That's blue, isn't it? Yes. Good man. You two know each other, don't you?
We haven't actually spoken to one another.
Well. Michelle Rakitin, Alexei Belyaev. Why do I keep calling you Ivan? Anyhow, Master Belyaev is teaching our young collier... What are you teaching him?
French and English.
Exactly. French and English. Ah, Natalia. You look just astonishing. Doesn't my astonishing wife look just astonishing? Give me a kiss. And guess what has arrived?
What?
Guess.
How can I guess, Arkady?
The new winnowing machine outside in the yard, and it is just astonishing. Come on, see.
I don't understand those machines of yours, Arkady. Michelle will go with you.
Yes? You don't understand machines either, Michelle, do you? Doesn't matter. Just to look at this thing is an unqualified pleasure. Astonishing.
Where are you going?
I've got to give the plans.
Sit there. You're almost a month here and we haven't had a chance to talk. There. Have we?
Have we?
Talked.
Oh, yes, yes. No.
I make you uneasy for some reason. Are your parents still alive?
My mother died when I was a baby.
Your father?
He's still alive.
Brothers and sisters?
One sister.
Are you and she close?
We are, even though
What's your name?
Natalia.
That's my name.
Is it?
Natalia.
It's a nice name.
You like it?
Well, it's her name. Her name too, my sister's, Natalia.
You've already told me that. Do you love your sister?
We're very close.
How do you find Collier?
Oh, great. He's bright and quick and energetic.
He thinks you're wonderful. Every night before he goes to sleep, he tells me everything you've done together during the day. I think he loves you. Were you and your father close?
My father never looked near us. He was a sort of itinerant labourer. Went wherever the work was. And never sober. Natalia and I, we were, I suppose, dragged up by neighbours.
You sing very well.
Me?
I heard you in the garden.
Oh, God, when?
Yesterday evening.
Oh, my God.
One of these days when we get to know each other a lot better, you'll sing a song for me.
I really can't.
You won't sing for me.
It's not that I won't.
So you will.
Honest to God, I'm terrible.
But you will, Alexei, won't you?
If you insist, then...
Just one song. That's not a lot to ask, is it? Will you do that for me?
Just had a look at old Ivan the blacksmith. You know, while I was in the house. 2 birds, 1 stone. 90 if he's a day old Ivan. Spigelski, local GP. You're the new tutor. Watched her making her kite outside. Anyhow, at death's door last Saturday, Ivan, but today, sitting at the kitchen table, knocking back vodka and stuffing himself with pancakes. The doctor's dilemma, young man. You cure nobody, you're never sent for. Consequently, no income. You cure everybody, you end up with no patients. Consequently, no income. What's the solution?
If you'll excuse me, I've got to give this
That
to the
can
foreman.
wait. We're about to eat.
Come on, Alexei, we're waiting for you. What's keeping you? Collie wants to attach the tail.
Calm down, child. What's all the excitement?
Collie sent me up for Alexei. Where have you been?
Look at the mess you're in. What way is this bow? I don't know. That's better. Now, we're going to eat. Are you staying the night, Doctor?
May I?
You're welcome.
Love to. My old horse is as wheezy as myself. Love to. Thank you.
Just as the swing was at its height, off she came, like a ton of bricks.
Nanny?
Flat on her big fat bottom.
She did not. Great.
Made a huge crater in the ground.
Too good for her.
Oh, help me. My back's broken.
What's this? Did somebody have an accident?
Nanny fell off the swing.
What was Nanny doing on the swing?
Swinging?
What's she hurt?
Only her bottom.
That swing is dangerous, Alexei.
No, it's quite safe. I fixed it this morning.
Nobody is to play on it again.
But it's quite safe.
Nobody! Is that understood?
Yes.
You two go ahead into the dining room. We'll join you in a moment. Hand me that book, Doctor. About that suggestion of yours.
Suggestion?
Your proposition, your friend's proposal.
Oh, about Viera.
Yes, about Viera. Let me think about that, Doctor.
For as long as you like.
Yes, I'll give that some thought.
Good.
And then perhaps we'll talk.
Excellent.
Vina Vatalia, stole you blue. La 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 la.
Katja! Katja, are you here? Katja, I just want to... You're hiding on me. Why are you hiding on me?
I'm working with VA, can't you see?
We've got to talk, Katja.
Have we?
Yes, you've changed, Katja. What has happened to you?
You're hurting me.
Sorry. Something has happened. Did I do something? Say something? Why do you keep avoiding me now?
Now?
Yes, now. There was a time when you were... Well, when I thought you were...
When you jumped to certain alarming conclusions, McVie.
Crazy about you, Katja. You know I am.
When you made certain distressing assumptions you had no right to make.
But the dance, and that was only a month ago. You told me that...
That I enjoyed your company on occasion for brief periods.
God, Katja, love, please.
We have discussed you at length on several occasions.
Who has?
Mother and I.
What does that mean?
She says that the gap between our ages, actually, the word she used was chasm. It is so large.
I'm only 43.
And so disquieting.
I'm full of vigour, Katja.
Indeed, so unbridgeable that the possibility of a permanent and mutually fulfilling relationship between us is, again to use her own word, pale.
If your bloody mother would...
Careful.
Look, if we could be left alone, Katja.
So, her advice to me is to give my consideration to gentlemen who are closer to me in years and in temperament and in spiritual disposition.
Jesus Christ.
And the curious thing is she likes you.
I never met the woman in my life, Katja.
Well, what she knows about you, what I've told her. Every weekend she inquires about your rheumatism.
You told her about that?
Her prediction is that within 3 years you'll be crippled and... Careful, there's the Hun.
Down the Hun, Katja.
Move! Do you want us both sacked?
Katja.
Move!
Katja.
Ah, the beautiful Katja! Oh, this is my ravishing...
Hello, Adam.
Observe. I go to apprehend fish, but first I apprehend the beautiful Katja! Oh, come with me!
Adam, please!
Like last Friday, we make lust in the gazebo, yeah?
For goodness sake, Adam!
I sing a German song to you.
Katrinchen, Katrinchen, wie lieb ich dich so sehr.
My mother says your songs are lascivious.
Ja? Oh, good! And in Russian that is, oh, Katja, you are so beautiful, and I love you.
Oh, somebody's coming late at the hat.
Oh, yeah, we last Lena.
Adam, you're shameless.
So my mama say too. Danke, danke.
I'm free after dinner.
Ah, good, good. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, ah, guten Abend.
Guten Abend, Herr Schaf.
Ah, guten Abend, Fräulein.
Guten Abend, Herr Schaaf.
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend, I'm a dandy. Guten Abend, also Randy.
Guten Abend, you're so agile.
Pretty fragile, brain more fragile. Do you know I am Claudius Tutor?
Perhaps young Papia's tutor?
Ah, danke, danke. I'm so flat.
Go catch some fish, that's all the matter.
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend.
I don't trust that man from here to the door.
The door. Where's the door? What door? I see no door.
Don't be smart with me, madame. Hold that.
Can't see you now.
What do you mean?
I can't see what you're doing. That's better. Listen, Collier.
Lizaveta is a bloody sadist keeping the child stuck at a piano on a day like today.
I played for an hour this morning.
You like it. He hates it, he told me.
I'm sure she'd rather be outside too.
I don't like her either. She's too sweet.
She's all right. She fancies you.
You just watch yourself. Next time you're close to her, look at...
Lizaveta has not got a moustache, Alexei.
Snuff.
What?
Little thin snuff like.
God forgive you.
Bright mustard.
Alexei.
And look, so have I. When she kissed me this morning.
God forgive you.
Careful. You're going to break the kite. I hope this string's strong enough.
Do you fly kites in Moscow?
My dear child, in Moscow my life is dedicated to scholarship.
Are you clever?
Genius.
No, really, are you clever?
For God's sake, I barely scraped through my finals. You were at school in Moscow, weren't you?
Until last year. Until Natalia took me away.
Why on earth would you do that?
For company here, I suppose.
But hasn't she a husband? And a mother-in-law? And a house full of servants? That was selfish of her.
No, it wasn't.
Interrupting a brilliant academic career.
Alexei Belyayev, you're one huge clown.
You like Natalia, don't you?
I love Natalia.
Yes, I think you do.
You sound surprised.
All the same, you are just a little bit wary of her, aren't you?
Am I? I don't think I am. What do you think of her?
I've never been inside a grand house like this, ever in my life. I've never met anybody like her. Ever in my life, she astonishes me.
Does that mean you like her?
It means I'm a bit in awe of all this and a bit bewildered by her. You're really a daughter to her, aren't you, babyface?
She and Arkady are the only parents I've ever known. You know I'm an orphan, don't you?
Yes. I'm half an orphan. My mother's dead.
They say orphans are often drawn to each other, that there's a natural affinity. What do you think?
Irresistibly. Absolutely no doubt about that. This string's supposed to be 10 times the length of the side. Doesn't look long enough to me.
Do you have a sister?
Another Natalia.
What age is she?
She must be, 16, 17.
Are we anything alike?
She's only a baby still. And you're far better looking.
Sure.
Honestly. And much more sophisticated.
I wish I were in her place.
You've never seen our house.
No, what I meant was...
It's so small, you've got to go sideways to get in the front door. And the kitchen's so tiny we had to take turns to sit in it. Ow! That hurt! I'm warning you. Make sure you marry like Natalia. Into big money in a grand house, and you'll be happy for the rest of your days.
Promise.
Hope to die. Who wants to sit in a tiny kitchen all day? Alone. There. Now, all we need is a wind to lift it and a boy to fly it. He's stopped. Let's see if Mustard Lips has released him.
Oh, there's Natalia and Michelle.
Shall we show them our handiwork?
No, we'll go. She'll only find some reason for scolding me.
Why on earth would you do that?
Oh, she's cranky these days.
I told you you're a little bit wary of her.
Did you see that? Ran off as soon as they spotted us.
She spends far too much time with that young man.
Bit obvious, wasn't it?
And she's still only a child.
17.
It's still warm where they were sitting.
Hot young blood, Natalia.
I'm going to have a word with her.
Don't tell me you envy them.
For God's sake, why should I envy them?
Well, their youth, freshness, their vitality.
I'm not quite senile yet, Michel.
I suppose I should envy them too. The trouble is, I don't feel old. I don't feel any age. See those two trees, Natalia? That huge oak at the peak of its vigor and maturity, and look beside it, that slender young birch. So delicate it may well break under next winter's snows. Yet each has its own perfection. Each is replete in itself, isn't it?
You are so eloquent about nature, Michel. So sensitive, so responsive to it. Nature must be flattered.
Yes, thrilled.
But of course you're wrong about nature. Nature is blunt and crude and relentless. Nature cares about nothing except itself, surviving and perpetuating itself. Your exquisite nature is a savage. Busy, Katya?
Kept going, madame. Can I get you your parasol?
I'm fine. Thank you, Katya. Another delicate young birch, Michel.
The word nature will never cross my lips again.
Will it break under the winter snows?
Not that one. That's a tough birch. That's a surviving birch.
Most young birches are.
Oh, by the way, the doctor has left. He said to say thank you for your hospitality.
Where has he gone?
To do some calls. Have you noticed himself and Lizaveta seem to have got friendly? Whatever it was, he was whispering to her at breakfast. She was breaking her sides.
What a mask. The genial country doctor.
Oh, he's all right, Spigelski.
He's a huckster.
He's not.
A mean-minded, ugly-minded, conniving peasant.
Natalia.
Will he be back soon?
He said he would.
Something I wanted to talk to him about.
What was that? Sorry, none of my business.
Don't you know?
It's none of my business.
But you do know, don't you?
How could I possibly?
You gaze at me all the time, don't you? You know every thought in my head, don't you? You analyze everything I think, everything I do, don't you?
You should have your parasol.
Oh, don't tell me there's a little portion of my mind that you haven't invaded.
Natalia.
Because if there is, then for all your attentions, for all your scrutiny, you're not nearly as penetrating as I thought you were.
Something has happened to you, Natalia.
Another brilliant perception.
I don't know what it is, but all I know is that since I've come back, you've altered. I know, not at all brilliant, but it's obvious. Even to me. For some reason, you are deeply unhappy within yourself. And I want you to know that that makes me deeply unhappy too, and if there's anything I can do, anything at all. I don't have to tell you that.
What do you think of Bolshinsov?
Of who?
Bolshinsov. Afanasy Ivanovich Bolshinsov. Who lives 15 miles north of here. You know our neighbor, Bolshinsov.
Of course I know.
Tell me about him.
Well, you know him a lot better than I do. Didn't you tell me he was playing cards here a few weeks ago?
Talk about him.
Fine. Bachelor. Has a large, run-down estate. He's thick, probably illiterate. An idiot, but no fool. He's kind. Oh, for God's sake. What is there to say about Bolshinsov?
He's not thick.
Who cares, so I'm wrong again.
And he's not illiterate.
Wonderful.
And the estate isn't neglected.
And I'm sure he's charming and entertaining and industrious. What is the sudden interest in Bolshinsov?
None. Nothing. Just wanted to hear your astute character analysis.
Natalia.
And now it's time to decide on the dinner menu. Oh, that sun is hot. I think we'll have lamb this evening.
Will I go with you?
No, we've had a surfeit of one another, haven't we? Well, a sufficiency for now.
My God, steady, man. She's slipping away from you. Oh, she's not. You're losing her. Oh, shut up. And if you lose her, you lose whatever happiness you know. Call this happiness. Oh, I'm talking about your life. Lose her, and you lose your life. You know that, don't you? But then has never really loved you. Affection, maybe, but it never exploded into love. Why is she giving you hell now? It's like young tutor, isn't it? Infatuation. That will pass. Will it? Well, of course it will. But she's much too sophisticated for that. That calf. Oh, my God. Why are you lamenting? Because it's out of my hands. Altogether beyond my control, and all I can do is watch and endure. Oh, you are besotted by her, aren't you? Yes. I'm besotted by her. If you could only see yourself. You are ridiculous. Ever since the first day I met her, I've never been anything else.
I tell you, Michelle will know. Michelle's a very perceptive man, aren't you?
Michelle will know what?
Where Alexei can get gunpowder.
In the town?
Yes, it's where in the town?
What's the mystery, Natalia? You buy gunpowder at Kavinsky's every year, don't you?
So we'll buy it at Kavinsky's. Thank you, Michelle.
You're going to make an explosion.
An explosion, Michelle!
Fireworks.
Sorry?
Only fireworks, just fireworks.
Go on, tell him.
And I need some gunpowder.
Was that much I've gathered?
Well, not good quality gunpowder. Really cheap gunpowder will do.
Oh, he's too modest to say it himself. But Alexei can make rockets and Roman candles and Chinese squibs.
And fishing rods.
And fishing rods.
And kites.
Which we're going to fly in a few moments.
You're a very accomplished young man.
Oh, it's very easy to make.
Of course he is. Wonderfully accomplished. Go and admit it. And you know what he's going to do next Thursday night?
Tell me.
On Thursday of next week.
Your birthday. I know.
You remembered. I told you he knows everything. On Thursday of next week, we're going to celebrate my birthday. At night, with a fireworks display out in the middle of the lake. Alexei can make fireworks that float on water. Won't that be exciting? Look who's here. I thought you were out on calls.
I've cured everybody. So once again I'll be broke.
And Mr. Bolshinsov, welcome.
Thank you. That the doctor brought me with him. Now, since I'm here, Madame, you know me.
Yes.
I'm not a man of much style or grace, so if I can come straight to the point. I'm here because
I told you, Bolshinsov. I know where it is. I'm bringing you there. Caught unawares. Saving your delicate presence. A chill in the kidneys. Very embarrassed. Everything under control, in a manner of speaking. This way, man, straight ahead. Back in a minute.
We're about to launch Collier's new kite. You'll join us, Doctor.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
You know, when he's dressed up, he's quite a handsome man, Bolshinsov, isn't he? Now, Kavinsky's. You'll remember that. Anyhow, send Matvey with you and charge whatever you need to my account. There was something else we had to talk about. What was it?
Collier's progress.
That's it. You're fashioning Collier, and Michelle and I are polishing. There are times when Michelle prefers to be alone. No, not my hand, Master Tutor.
Sorry,
Not unless I offer it. You take my arm. Taking my hand would signify something different. And that could be altogether misleading.
Tell me again.
Bolshinsov.
Oh, just once more. What exactly did Natalia say?
I don't know Mr. Bolshinsov very well.
Oh, that's right, she doesn't.
But he seems a decent sort of man.
That's true, I am.
And if he wishes to come and see Vera here...
She meant here, in this house.
Are you going to let me finish?
Sorry.
If he wishes to see Vera here in this house, I will have no objection. Indeed, if he wins her affection.
Wins her affection?
I will be the first to congratulate them both.
Those were her very words?
Hands on heart.
Oh, God. What am I going to say? I won't be able to get a word out. Let me tell you a secret, Doctor. Never once in my life, never once ever have I been with a girl, ever.
You're not serious.
So I don't know how to acquit myself, how to speak, what to say. Maybe I should be very formal and dignified. What do you say? No, better to be witty. That's the tack. Witty and debonair. One of the lads. Oh, God, guide me through this, Doctor. And as well as those 3 horses I promised you, I'll give you a wagonette as well. Oh, guide me, friend.
The wagonette is new.
It's never been on the road.
And the horses?
Well, magnificent bays.
I'm your guide. Now, let's assess what we have. For God's sake, straighten up, man. What age are you?
What's that got to do with 47?
Size of farm?
500 acres, give or take.
Serfs?
320.
Your social graces. Do you play chess?
No. But I'm a devil at snap.
God. Travel?
Oh, to Moscow. Every autumn. For the pig market.
Music?
What do you mean?
Well, what instruments do you play?
Well, when I was a boy, I played the mouth organ.
Christ. Dance?
Me?
Sorry. Languages?
Russian.
Brilliant. Well, I have to tell you, it's bleak, Bolshensov. Those are your own teeth, aren't they?
Yes, have them all.
Right. right. Ooh. Now, our assets are, well, for God's sake, shut your mouth, Bolshensov. Property, substantial. Health, excellent. Appearance, presentable. Widely travelled, fluent linguist in our native language. Proficient organist of the mouth. Money in the bank?
A little.
Didn't get that.
A little?
How much?
I wouldn't tell my own mother that. Enough. Just say enough.
With regard to the opposite sex, chaste to a saintly degree.
That's bad, is it?
No, but in my experience of this whole province, unique. My job is to make you sound perfectly normal.
It's the words, Doctor, the words. What am I going to say? Because if I can't speak, how am I going to propose to her?
What you'll say is this.
In private?
In total privacy. Vera, I am a man of few words, but I have watched you for a long time, and I love you very much. And I want to marry you. And I want you to know that I love you best of all in Maroon.
Where's that?
Don't give me your answer now. I'll ask you again in a week's time, a month's time, a year's time.
Well, in a year's time I could be dead.
But I do love you very, very much, and I know we could be very happy together.
And I'm the greatest lecturer in the whole province.
Bolshensov!
Oh, they're coming, and that was a rotten thing to say.
What was?
Well, you're my doctor, you know my kidneys are perfect.
You two still here? You look very conspiratorial.
Babes in the wood, Natalia. You all know Bolshensov, don't you? Alexei Delayev, the new tutor.
Yes, we've met, we've had a few chats. From what he tells me, we're a pair of dogs, aren't we?
And Vera, you know?
Certainly do. And if she and I could have a moment of total privacy, I'd like to...
So, what's the big expedition?
We're trying out Alexei's new kite. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Indeed. Now, what's it made of?
Balsa wood from tropical America.
That's not the name you told me.
Or maybe I used the Latin name.
Did you now? Trying to impress me.
So tell us all its Latin name.
I will not.
Because you don't know it.
Ochroma lagopus.
You made that up.
I'm warning you.
You made that up just now.
I like your shoes.
Do you?
Very stylish.
They're French.
Beautiful.
This is an important event, so let's do it with proper formality. I'll lead off with the classical scholar. Viera, you and Mr. Bolshensov come next. Then Lizaveta and the doctor. And Michelle.
You'll keep an eye on all of us, won't you? Wait, where's Collier?
Oh, he's waiting for us down at the granary.
Right, off we go.
Oh, I haven't flown a kite for 40 years. Or not since I was...
Move, Bolshinsov! You're holding up the column.
Sorry.
What are you smiling at, Michel?
Oh, at myself, tagging along at the rear.
The rear can easily become the front. All you need is a change of direction.
I suppose I'll wait for that.
You must come out with me for a run in my new Troika.
When did you get that?
Could arrive any of these days.
I'd love to, Doctor.
Excellent. Good coffee. Enjoyed that. The caffeine makes the brain gallop. And nobody makes coffee like the Kenyans. Or maybe you're a Brazilian, are you?
You wanted to talk to me, Doctor?
Certainly did. Let me move this out of your way. Because of all my good friends, you are the most perceptive, the most simpatico. At first I thought I'd go to Arkady and ask his help, but Arkady isn't quite so astute.
You want me to do something for you?
Oh, no bluffing that razor intelligence. And that's why I decided that if anybody could help me, you could.
Doctor.
To the point. Kramonny, long story short,
please.
Bolshinsov has taken an enormous fancy to our young musician.
To Vera?
Herself.
Bolshinsov?
Himself.
Oh, come on, man. He's a stupid old fool and she's only a child.
Inaccurate on both counts, if I may say so, Michel. Vera's not a child, and Bolshinsov is neither stupid nor... Oh, what is it, girl?
Can I give you some coffee?
None for me. Michel.
It's freshly made.
I'm finished, thanks.
Could we have a little privacy, please? Can't that be done later, Madre? And take the tray with you.
Certainly, Doctor.
You've got to speak to me.
I've got to do nothing.
You can't just ignore me.
Just watch me.
Anyhow, my good friend Bolshinsov comes to me and asks me to speak to Natalia on his behalf. So I spoke to Natalia. Natalia said no. Then Natalia said yes. I report back to Bolshinsov. Bolshinsov is ecstatic. You saw him yesterday. Scarcely coherent with excitement. So far, so good, I thought. Now, move quickly, Doctor. Iron hot, you know. So this morning, I go again to Natalia and suggest as delicately as I can that now might be the time to have a word in the ear of young Vera. And how am I received? In one of her sulks. Fairly civil to me. Absolutely refuses to speak to Bolshinsov. And poor Bolshinsov, he becomes more frantic by the hour. Don't judge him so harshly, Michel. He's reliable, he's rich, he's mad about her. That's a possible basis for a marriage, isn't it? And what prospects has Vera in a remote place like this? So, what I ask you to do is to speak to Natalia on Bolshinsov's behalf. A word from you, and that big, generous heart of his would dance with joy.
What's in this for you, Doctor?
What do you mean?
Don't tell me you're matchmaking for nothing.
Oh, God, if I had only a fraction of that
Doctor.
acumen. All right, cards on table. So that I can minister to the old and the sick in the outlying areas.
Doctor!
Bolshinsov is to provide me with new transportation.
He's giving you a horse.
In a word?
2 horses?
3.
Spaghetti!
And a wagonette. I'm a rogue, aren't I?
Yes.
I'm not a doctor at all, I'm a quack. You will speak to her for me, won't you?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Simpatico, mutual.
I request 4 days. That is all. I will be returned before the end of the week.
I have allowed you to go home every month for the past 6 months, Herr Schaff. You are abusing that generosity.
But my mama is 85 years of age, and she loses her strength more and more every day.
Your mama has been losing her strength daily ever since you came here.
I am her only masculine child.
If you go home now, Herr Schaff, I suggest you take all your belongings with you. I have nothing more to say.
Arcadi's winnowing machine is the talk of the countryside. Let's go and inspect it out. I'll see you later.
She is too cold-hearted.
It's life that's cold-hearted, my friend. Why don't I look in on your mamma one of these days, and then perhaps I'll be able to do something along the road.
I can't stop Herr Schaff from running home to his mother, and I can't get the doctor to leave. Next thing he'll be seeing his patients here.
He's out of favour today.
Still trying to match Vieira and Bolshinsov, is he?
Yes.
There's something in that for him. As for Bolshinsov, he's a fool.
Yesterday he was in favour too.
Today is not yesterday.
For everybody except me.
What's that supposed to... Oh, I know, and I'm sorry, Michelle. I'm very sorry. Please forgive me. Yesterday I was disgraceful. I bit the head off everybody yesterday. I should never snap at you. I really mustn't.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, it does matter. Because you are the core of my life, Michelle. There's nobody in the world I love the way I love you. You believe that, don't you?
If you tell me.
I snapped at Lisavieta too. Told her I didn't give a damn about her taking snuff, but for God's sake to snuff openly. Did she think she was fooling anybody, slipping into the toilet every hour and coming out with her nose red and her eyes watering? And poor grandmother, do you know what I said to her? Oh my God. That she was such a damn domineering mother, no wonder Arkady is such a mess. And the poor woman, her mouth fell open, and she stared at me with such pained eyes. She was so shocked, so hurt, so wounded, she was beyond tears. And I knew there was no apology I could make, that even if I caught her in my arms as I wanted to and said sorry, that it would be no good at all.
I'm sure she'll be fine.
Maybe I'm going off my head, Michelle.
Natalia.
Maybe I am. I don't mean insane, I mean a kind of temporary derangement. That's possible, isn't it? Am I just slightly demented, Dr. Spagelski? Not profoundly, not permanently, but today, here now. Because you know what I feel, Michelle, today, here now? I feel unhinged.
You are perfectly hinged.
And dangerously irresponsible, giddy-heady, almost hysterical with irresponsibility. And do you know why I feel this way, Michelle? Michelle, my faithful watcher, observer, analyst. Of course you must know. Master Alexei Belyaev, the gauche young graduate, the tutor of my son, he has taken possession of my head. Ridiculous, isn't it? I know it is. Ridiculous, and at my age, pathetic. Here I am telling all this to you, the last person in the world I want to hurt. Oh God, I am the real mess. What's to become of me?
I am sorry for you.
Can you help me? Please help me.
I told you I thought something had happened. That you had changed. And then when I saw you in that meadow yesterday, when he was flying that damn kite, then I knew for sure.
You what?
I saw you transformed in that meadow yesterday, Natalia. You couldn't take your eyes off him. He sang, you sang. When he laughed, you laughed even louder. You were so happy, so animated with happiness that you glowed. Your eyes, your skin, your body, your whole personality. And because you existed for him. Only because of him, you became extraordinarily beautiful. More beautiful than I've ever seen you.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes. He is such an attractive, vital, vigorous young man. And in that meadow yesterday, his wild, reckless youth was wonderful, irresistible.
I think we shouldn't talk about this anymore.
And that's what I responded to. That's what intoxicated me. But that will pass. I'll sober up. Of course I will. The moment I... Please, Michelle. Please don't turn away from me.
1 minute he takes possession of your head, the next he's a passing intoxication.
That's all it is.
He has intoxicated you or he has possessed you. Which?
Michelle,
doesn't matter. Who cares?
I understand why you're hurt. Give me your hand. I do know why you're angry.
Angry. The lapdog, angry. The jaded, boring old attendant, angry. No, I'm not angry with you, Natalia. I pity you, for God's sake. You are... The doctor and Bolshitsov want an answer from you.
What?
I promised the doctor I would talk to you. He wants you to speak to Vera.
Yes. All right.
Will I send her to you? Will you speak to her now?
Whatever you think of me, please don't look so coldly at me.
Will you speak to Vera now, Natalia?
Yes. Michelle.
Oh, I think about what you say to me. I copulate over it. You are correct. I am in error. Mama, I visit too often. So, I do not go. I stay. I stay.
Michelle said you wanted me. Are you all right, Natalia?
I'm fine. It's just the heat. Sit here beside me. I'll tell you. Just sit here.
What's the matter? Is something wrong?
The last piece you played, what was it?
Nocturne in B-flat major.
Beautiful. You really are a very accomplished pianist. You know that, don't you?
What's the serious talk about?
Life, your future, great issues like that. Oh, look at that anxious face. I just want to tell you, to remind you that this will always be your home, and that I will always love you as fully and as openly as if you're my very own daughter. But you know all that, don't you?
Thank you.
But we've got to be practical too, haven't we? You're no longer a child. You're a young woman. And even though you're an orphan and have no private means, one of these days you're going to find yourself managing your own home. Now, how will that appeal to you?
My own home?
Yes, and maybe much sooner than you think. Somebody has asked my permission to marry you, Vera. Oh, there. What's all this, for heaven's sake? What's there to cry about?
I'm in your power.
You're in my... Oh, there. You are my only daughter, my only darling daughter, and I won't let anyone, anywhere, ever say a cross word to her, all right?
Yes.
Come closer to me. Put your arm around me. That's better. That's better. No, you're not my daughter. We're closer than that. We're sisters. Does that sniff mean yes? I'm your older sister that you love and tell all your secrets to. And supposing she were to say to you one day, Vera, there's somebody who wants to marry you. What's the first thought that comes into your head? That you're too young? That you've never really thought of getting married?
I suppose so, yes.
But supposing again, just supposing, he was a good man and a kind man and prepared to wait in the hope that one day, then what would you say?
Whatever you want, Natalia.
Stop that. That's not how you speak to your older sister. And it's not what I want, darling. It's what you want. That's all that matters.
Who is he, Natalia?
Guess.
I can't.
Try.
Have I met him?
Yes.
Where?
Here?
In this house?
You saw him yesterday.
Yesterday?
He's not a boy. Who needs a boy? And there may be more dashing men around, but then it's Bolshinsov.
Bolshinsov? You're joking, Natalia.
No, I'm not.
You are Bolshinsov. Oh my God.
That's it. Serious talk finished. Forget it. Had you burst into tears, I would have thought, perhaps, maybe. But the moment you laughed, poor old Bolshinsov dropped dead.
I'm awful, aren't I?
Oh, you children, you silly geese. You all want to marry for love.
You married Arkady for love, didn't you?
Of course. And all you children are right. Poor old Bolshinsov never even under starter's orders. And it is awful of us to laugh at him because he is a good man and a generous man. But you're right. Can you imagine tossing about in bed at night, crazed by the thought of those puffy cheeks?
Or the double chin?
Or the bulging stomach? Oh, stop it. Stop it. We're a pair of scams. But supposing I'm your sister again, just supposing he were young, reasonably attractive, wanted to marry you, what would you say then?
How could I answer a question like that, Natalia?
Because you can't imagine Bolshinsov young and reasonably attractive.
No,
Or because you're in love with somebody else.
No, I'm not.
You don't love anybody.
Yes, I love you, Natalia.
Oh, and I love you. Who else?
Kolya. I'm dying about Kolya. And Anna. And even Lisavieta. With reservations.
Arkady.
No reservations. That much. You're so lucky.
I know. And Michelle.
That much too. Maybe that much.
The doctor?
Maybe. He fancies Lisavieta. Did you know that?
The young tutor.
Alexei. I like Alexei.
Show me.
I couldn't, Natalia.
That much? That much? More?
Maybe.
More? That much?
I couldn't.
That's much, Vera. Oh, yes, he is an attractive young man, isn't he? If he weren't so shy.
Alexei's shy.
Isn't he?
He's certainly not shy. But maybe he's afraid of you.
Afraid of me?
Not afraid. Not at ease with you. That's what he says. And it's natural enough. You're his employer.
But he's at ease with everybody else.
With me he is. And he's such a clown. When we're together we laugh all the time.
At what?
At one another. At nothing. At everything. He says all he has to do is... And I fall apart. And so I do. You saw him yesterday in the field clowning about and jumping and dancing and singing. That's what he's like all the time with me. But wait until he's here a full month and he won't be a bit uneasy with you. I've told him that. And he does pay attention to me, even though he calls me babyface.
I didn't know you were so close.
We're not close.
Oh, you are. Oh, yes, you are.
Do you think so, Natalia? No, we're not. Well, maybe just a tiny bit.
Believe me, you are close.
Do you really think so, Natalia?
I think so. And you think so. And if your older sister were to say to you, you're in love with him, Pierre, aren't you? What would you say to her? I know what you would say to her. You are in love, my darling.
Am I?
Yes, you are in love.
I don't know what's wrong with me, Natalia.
Oh, you are, you poor, poor soul.
I don't know anything anymore.
And Alexei, is he in love with you?
How could he be?
Because you are very beautiful. Because you are very, very young.
2 or 3 times he has caught my hand in his hand. Sometimes I've seen him looking at me strangely. But I can't read his eyes. I just don't know. And I wish to God I knew, Natalia. It's not knowing that... What's the matter? You're very white. Are you all right?
I'm fine, really. I'm fine.
I could catch you to bring you...
You'll get nobody. It's just the heat. Now, please, go back to your piano and play that nocturne. Play it for me.
I've annoyed you, have I? You're angry.
No, my dear, I'm not angry at all. Go back to your music.
Natalia, you know I love you.
Love. You're so prodigal with that word, child. Leave me. Please. Goodbye. So now you know. They are in love. Yes. They are in love. Then God bless them. Yes, God bless the fools. You know you're jealous of her. Jealous of a child. Oh, yes. And for the first time in your life, you're in love yourself. Oh, don't be stupid. Oh, yes, you're in love with Alexei. He's afraid of me, but you are in love with him. Am I? Oh, God, am I mad? So what are you going to do about it? He's got to leave. That's the only answer. But supposing, just supposing, Vera has read it all wrong. What does that mean? You know she loves him, but you don't really know what he feels about her, do you? So what? So she may only imagine he's in love with her. So why not ask him straight out? Do you love Vera? God, I couldn't. Could I? Why not? At this stage, what pride have you left? Very little. None. Oh, God, listen to yourself, Natalia. If you're not careful, you're going to end up loathing yourself.
I want to apologize, Natalia. There's no excuse for the way I behaved. Please forgive me. When you have settled for very little, and then you find that even that is slipping away, you're liable to. Natalia, it's me, the old lapdog, remember? Am I forgiven?
I have spoken to her, Michelle. They are in love.
And that's why you've got to extricate yourself. Between them, you'll be torn apart.
I was prepared to marry her off to an old man, just to be rid of her. What's become of me, Michelle?
For the first time in years, I see things clearly. And what has to be done is this. I'm going to leave. No, listen, please, just listen. For your sake, my love, only for your sake. Alexei must leave too. I'll talk to him. I'll take him with me.
Michelle,
Oh, for me to talk to you about duty. Your home, Arkady. That would be a bit hollow, wouldn't it? But with Alexei and myself out of your life, in time this terrible disquiet will subside and your life will find an equilibrium again. And in time, my love, in time, certain conciliations, reconciliations. All right, maybe they're only resignations, but they will come about. And you will find a measure of content, maybe of happiness again, I promise you.
So you're deserting me?
No, never.
After you've lectured me on my duties and my responsibilities. Wonderful, Michelle.
All I said
For God's sake, what's all the fuss about? Have we lost all sense of balance? The house is in turmoil because two stupid young fools are infatuated with one another. Good luck to them, I say. To you, Michelle, I say, go, friend, go. You are a wonderful support.
I am not walking out on you, Natalia. All right. Alexei goes today. I'll talk to him, and I'll stay with you until the end of the week.
A cunning lapdog.
Oh, Natalia.
Alexei goes, but Michelle stays. And in time, my love, in time...
Oh, for God's sake, woman!
But let me tell you this. If you say a word to Alexei, just one word, I'll never speak to you again.
All right. But you'll tell him to go.
Anything that has to be said to him, I'll say it.
So you'll tell him to go?
That's my business.
But you'll tell him to go!
Oh, for God's sake!
You're right, Natalia. I don't know what's become of you.
Don't go, Michelle, don't go, don't leave me, please, my love.
This one of the winnowing machine. And he did this one last night, horses.
They're wonderful horses. Look, Mother. What's all this?
It's not at all what it seems, Arkady, trust me.
Natalia.
As your friend,
I need an explanation from you, Natalia.
Arkady.
What do you have to say to me?
We can all discuss this.
I'm talking to you, Natalia.
She won't speak to me.
She's upset.
Why won't my wife speak to me? It's all perfectly above board, Arkady. I promise you, I'll explain it all to you. I give you my word. We were
His
discussing...
word. He gives me his word.
Arkady, believe me.
You were showing me my son's drawings. We walk into this room. I find my wife and the man I believe to be one of my closest friends.
Arkady, trust me.
For Christ's sake, don't use that word.
I do know how distressed you must be, but...
I don't think you do, sir. I don't think you have any idea at all. Not now, nor since you first came to this house. I would like to know what passion is so magnificent it can justify this.
Where are you going? It's caused a domestic scene. You've seen a few in your time, I'm sure, when your father came staggering home from his labouring job. I don't have to explain myself to anybody, certainly not to you, but there is nothing between Michelle and me. Vera has told me about you two.
Told you what? What is there to tell?
Don't you know? I really think the boy doesn't know. Why are you so wary of me, Alexei? Here, sit here beside me. I'll tell you what Vera told me, that she loves you.
She said that to you?
That she is in love with you.
God, no, that's awful. God, poor Vera.
Poor Vera indeed. But that is what she thinks, and what we must do, because we both love her dearly, we must protect her from as much hurt as possible. You do want to help, don't you?
Yes, of course I do.
Good. So no more walks alone in the garden, no more of those silly laughing games you play, no more pranks on the swing.
I can't change just like that. That would hurt her even more.
Are you saying I've misread the whole situation?
I really don't know what you're talking
You
about.
are in love with each other, is that it?
No, we're not. No, I'm not. Whatever about her, I'm certainly not. I'll talk to her. Just now. As gently as I can. Then I'll pack my bags and leave.
I'll make that decision. What about your responsibility to Kolya, your duty to me?
Well, I'll get a substitute. I have a friend who knows how to
I'm
teach.
sorry, Alexei. If you want to go, then of course you must go.
You know that's not what I want. You know how much I love it here.
But we can't have you performing your duties under duress, can we?
I'll stay.
You'll go? You'll stay? Are you always so fickle?
I'll stay. I'll stay as long as you want me to stay.
On the other hand, perhaps you should go. Let's wait and see. Would you tell Michelle I want him? He's probably in the study. One other thing, Alexei. Don't talk to Vera. Not just yet. Leave her in her dream life for the moment. So now you know. He doesn't love her. Yes, yes, yes. Everything's falling into place. Is it? Oh, yes. Meshing. Meshing. And what are you going to say to Michelle? To Arkady? To Anna? To Vera? To the world? I don't give a damn. You don't care? Oh, yes, I care. But not now. Not now. And him. Yes, him. Alexei Belyaev, I love you. But does he love you? Time, give it time. And he's staying? Of course he's staying. But he really should go. Should he? Yes, he really must go. Why must he? Because if he stays, Natalia, if he stays, you are lost.
Nothing.
Well, you must have heard something.
Not a word.
Well, whatever happened, the house is crazy today. The tutor has locked himself in his room, packing his bags, according to Nanny. Now, if she's right, the question is, has Natalia sacked him, or is he just walking out? And if she has sacked him, why has she sacked him?
Why?
Isn't that what we're all dying to know? Was he getting too amorous? Or maybe not amorous enough for Natalia?
Nasty.
Yes, sorry. And Vera went for a walk after breakfast and hasn't been seen since. And the old lady's getting all her meals sent up to her room. And Arkadiy's been out fishing on the lake since before daybreak.
So?
Without a fishing rod! I'm telling you, mad, mad, mad. According to Katya says what happened was this. Yesterday afternoon, the old lady and Alexei and Arkady just happened to walk into the drawing room. And there they were, Natalia and Michel.
There they were what?
What just? That's the question.
You suggest they were coupling?
God forgive you, they were not.
He wouldn't be. Not that he isn't thinking about it all the time.
Ignati.
Wouldn't put it past her, though.
Now that's nasty.
Sorry. Orange?
Thanks. All the same.
Peanut battaglia, stole you blue. Peanut battaglia. I knock. The door opens, and a sweet little lady with red cheeks and silver hair.
God, I really hate you.
Katya's mother. Yes. I'm a Metier. Ah, Metier. Welcome, Metier. Come in, come in.
I'll never speak to you again.
Little Katya talks about you all the time. When are you two getting married?
Oh, look, I would marry you.
Come and have dinner with us next Sunday and we'll fix everything up then.
I'll not be there.
Ah, but I'm crippled with rheumatism, dear lady. And I have the wrong spiritual disposition. And what about the chasm between our ages?
Oh, you bastard!
Age, can't I see that you're a splendid, handsome, virile, intelligent man?
Oh, you're a damned liar.
No wonder little Katya's dying about you.
She never said that.
She never stops talking about you.
Ooh. Get out of my road, you sneaky old pig!
Well, what do you make of that?
Cat and curiosity, remember?
And the word about the house is that herself and Herr Schaff are a pair. Now he's a real pig, Schaff.
Macbeth has the same idea as myself. Let's sit down.
What idea is that?
What you and I have been skirting around for the past hour and a half.
What have we been skirting around, Ignati?
Oh, if you're going to go all fluttery and simpery on me again, there's no point. All right. Plain speech. I'm sick of trying to run a bachelor house. You're sick of being a companion to the old bird. We're not getting any younger. Is there any good reason why we shouldn't go ahead with things? All right. So we don't know a great deal about one another, but maybe that's no harm. For example, what do I know about you? Tidy appearance, cautious manner, good company to be with when you're not being coy, sharp at times. Oh, that tongue can be very bitter.
Is this kind of analysis
But
really...
that's because you're a spinster. Damned inquisitive. That's another spinsterish thing. But practical, sensible, feet on ground. And you tell me you're a good cook.
And what do I know about you?
If all you know about me is all they know about me, you don't know me at all. Ha! Breath of fresh air, comedian. Ha! They're civil to me because I relieve their boredom. But in their hearts, they hate the peasant in me. And I clown for them because that masks how deeply I detest them. Oh yes, detest them. Let me show you the Spiegelski without the mask, or a portion of it. Youngest of 14, born in a mud hovel. Dirt, cold, misery. Hungry every day of my life. Somehow managed to scramble into an education of sorts and became what you see, a mediocre doctor with a large practice and scarcely any money.
Everyone says you're a good doctor.
No, I'm not. And if you ever get ill, I'll get another doctor for you. What else is there? Moody man, don't talk a lot. I'm not a jealous man. And I don't think I'm a mean man. And that's about it. Biography. Potted.
I think you're being far too severe.
Accurate. Because if you agree to marry me, you must know you're not marrying the laughing, fawning, ingratiating Spiegelski. You're teaming up with a bitter, angry, cunning peasant.
I still think you're being
And if you think you can make a life with him, well and good. What age are you?
30.
You're 40 if you're a day.
Actually, I'm 36.
I'll settle for that. And you'll have to give up that snuff.
Snuff? I never... An occasional pinch keeps the head clear. And you drink.
Point. Snuff away.
I'm going to give it up anyway.
A damn good woman, Lizaveta. I like you a lot. I don't like hanging about. Could I have your answer in, say, a month? 6 months? Maybe even a year?
You'll have my answer tomorrow morning, Ignati.
Now that's the kind of woman I love. I'm not much good at romantic stuff, but maybe this once. Well, I hope you're not off simpering again.
I'm not. You are.
Ice, Dana, ice. Speak the word again, Alexei. Ice, Dana, ice.
Zana ice.
Good. And now I tell you how I compose it. From milk fat, from sugar, from gelatin. Gelatin, yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah. And then I mix them together. And then I freeze them. And then I have Zana ice. Oh, delicious ice cream. Ah, Herr Doktor. Und Elisabeth?
Herr Schaaf?
Oh, so you make lust by the casino, Doctor. Yeah. Oh, very good. Nice hot day for it. And now you all return with me to taste my Alexei.
Zana ice.
Excellent. My delicious ice cream. Oh, made with my own hand.
Lovely. Thank you. I didn't know you were a chef, too.
Oh, yeah, I am great chef. I am great scholar. I am great sportsman with the bow and arrow. Did you know, Lisaveta, at university I am prize-winning lecturer.
Archer, Herr Schaaf.
Archer. Danke. And now we go and eat my Zana ice. Alexei?
Go ahead, I'll join you in a few moments.
Oh, we eat it on the lawn. Ice im Freien. Oh, this is very nice on hot day, Doctor. After lust making.
Thank you for coming. I was afraid Katja mightn't have got the message to you.
Have you been crying?
Sunburn. I've been walking for hours, preparing a very important speech I was going to make to you. But now that I'm with you...
You're looking wonderful, Vieira.
So you're leaving us, Master Tutor?
Natalia told you that?
Yes.
Maybe. We'll see, nothing's decided.
She says you want to go. Is she telling the truth?
Well, I thought that, under the circumstances, it would be wiser, wouldn't it?
She told you about the talk she and I had.
Yes.
That I said I was in love with you.
Yes.
She's so treacherous. She trapped me into saying things I shouldn't have said. Now I've said it again, haven't I? Now I'm fine, honestly.
And I do love you, really I do. Do you know what I'm going to do this winter? Take piano lessons. And this time next year, we'll meet somewhere and play jazz together and laugh like we do in the...
Alexei, I'm not babyface anymore.
Of course you're not. You're a very beautiful woman that I have a great affection for, that I esteem. Beautiful and sensitive and open. I've been here a month and it's been the happiest month of my life because of you. And the last thing I would want is to see that beautiful, open, sensitive woman hurt in any way at all. That's why I must leave. You know I'm right. Yes, you have my love, Vieira. Whatever the affection of a penniless, jobless graduate is worth.
Esteem. Affection. Love. Maybe you're right. Maybe they are synonymous. Maybe they should be. The fools, the loose mouths that lose their heads over only love. But maybe we should all settle for esteem. Just a little esteem. Come on, Alexei, don't look so anxious. I'm in a mess, of course I am. But a mess entirely of my own making. For the first time in my life, I had an experience that I thought was unique. And I thought everybody must recognize it and rejoice with me. A fool. A loose mouth. No, you're not responsible, Alexei, you're just a bystander. And for all her deviousness, it's not her fault either. Yes, she betrayed me. And I'm angry with her for that. But I'm more sorry for her than angry because she's so confused. She doesn't recognize the unique anymore. Maybe she never did. And now I think she's quite demented.
Come on, Viera.
You have demented her.
I have?
Because she's in love with you.
For God's sake, Viera.
And madly jealous of me because she thought you were interested in me. That's why one minute you have to go, the next you have to stay. That's why she's scheming with the doctor to pair me off with old Bo Shinsong.
You're not serious.
And it all seems quite reasonable to her because she loves you. That's what love does. It makes the unreasonable seem perfectly reasonable. How do you feel about her?
Natalia?
Do you love her, Alexei?
What do you think? That
I think you do.
You think I'm going to answer such a...
You do. I hope it's unique for you.
So there you are. I've been searching all over for you two. You are very disobedient, Alexei Belyaev. You promised me no more walks alone in the garden.
I just happened to be walking...
Alexei's here because I asked him to join me here.
Playing one of your silly laughing games, are you?
We've just been chatting.
I love this old gazebo. Arcadia and I used to meet here long ago. It was red then. Your hair needs a wash, darling. I'll do it tonight.
I always wash my own hair, Natalia.
I got a wonderful new shampoo from Paris. Volatile. Good name, isn't it? Do you know what I was thinking this morning? If we put the two sides into ringlets, we could comb the front.
Stop it, Natalia, stop it!
Darling!
You'll stop this game playing! I'm no longer a child, nor your ward that you can manipulate.
Viera, my
nor
love.
your younger sister that you can kiss and worm secrets out of, and then betray shamelessly. I'm a woman, Natalia, and I'm going to be treated like a woman.
My darling, you're upset.
Yes, I'm upset. Alexei says he's leaving because of me, and that's dishonest. Yes, I love him. You know I love him. But if he goes, it's because of you. Because you were in love with him.
Viera!
That's why you betrayed me. Because you thought I was a rival. But I'm not a rival, Natalia. I wish to God I were. But I'm not.
Don't go, Alexei, please. Viera is right. I have behaved disgracefully. I am ashamed of myself. And it is time to stop the game playing and to muster whatever residue of decency I may still have. So this is the last time I will see you or talk to you. I have made my mind up. You are leaving.
I've already packed my things.
And she's right too about me. I am in love with you. Strange how I can say it so calmly, isn't it? So simply, without embarrassment, almost disinterestedly. So simply as if it had nothing to do with anguish, despair and pain and a kind of madness. I have been in love with you since the first day you came here. I suppose that is what the game playing was all about. Moving towards that possibility, that discovery, that acknowledgement, and frantically, deviously trying to protect it. Why am I telling you all this? It is the last thing I should want you to know about me, that I'm calculating and treacherous, and look at me. Yes, so ridiculous. No, please, you don't have to say anything. Just to have to listen to a declaration of love from a woman you have no interest in, that's difficult enough. Anyhow, that's all I have to say. So, you've packed. Good. You leave after lunch. Matvey will drive you to town. I'll send you the balance of your salary. We won't meet again. There are going to be no goodbyes.
I'm not going.
You are.
I won't. I can't. Never in my life have I met anybody like you.
Alexei!
So elegant, so beautiful, so poised.
Please, Alexei!
You have no idea how magnificent, how exotic you are to someone like me.
Oh, for God's
This house,
sake.
this style, this grace, this ease, this refinement, this symmetry, this elegance. For a month I pretended that of course I wasn't impressed. But I was overwhelmed. I was in awe, Natalia, mute with awe. And at the center of all this style and grace, there you were. The very core, the very essence, the very epicenter of it all. Holding it in place, releasing, dispensing its wonders. And you noticed me. And you spoke to me. And you were kind to me. To me. Alexei Beryayev, a nobody in shabby clothes, holding the delicate hand of this luminous creature.
You're leaving tomorrow, Alexei.
Yes, Vera is so right, so wise. I am in love with you, and you're in love with me. Oh my God, you are unique, Natalia. We are both unique.
And you leave tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
No, don't go, Alexei. Don't go. Don't ever go.
Thought you were here. Arkady's looking for you. He's just behind me.
Well, here I am.
So, you've made your decision. The young tutor isn't being sent away.
I'm not going to be cross-questioned, Michel.
And he ran off in embarrassment. But then he's new at the game.
I had a scar.
And he's bright. Give him time. He'll learn to dissemble. Indeed, he may be the very man to answer that anguished question of yours. What's to become of me?
Did you see a scarf?
That's the trouble with bearing your soul, isn't it? You regret it. All that inflated language, the emotional palpitations, the heaving passions. I've done it so often myself, in my foolishness. It occurred to me a while ago that we regret most of the things we say, and we regret even more the things we don't say, so that our lives just dribble away in remorse.
Did you speak to Arkady?
What about?
When he saw us together in the drawing room, you were to give him an explanation.
Yes, no, not yet. I'll talk to him tonight. We've nothing to hide, have we?
Ah, we thought we had lost you, my darling. We've been so...
Is there some mystery? Here I am.
So you are, yes.
Just telling Arkady about this man who goes to the doctor.
Yes, this is very comical. Most comical.
Doctor, I think I'm a pair of curtains. Curtains? Well, pull yourself together, man. I know.
Pull yourself together. Because he thinks he's a pair of curtains.
They're getting worse, Doctor.
I love them. I'm the best audience you could have, Doctor.
One more. This is the last, I promise. Doctor, I'm in agony. There's a teacher in my eye.
Sorry, missed that. A what?
A teacher.
Ah, a teacher, yes.
Teacher? That's not a teacher, you fool. That's a pupil. Please shoot me.
A pupil in his eye. Do you get it? Good one, Doctor. Great one. Did I interrupt another discussion?
I was just
Or
telling
just a
Natalia.
continuation of the first one, because whatever it's about, it must be of universal importance. That's all I can say.
Bit of medical advice for you all.
Of universal importance at the very least.
Herr Scharf has made ice cream. I've tasted it before. Lethal. By the way, you're having a visitor later, Natalia. Holshintsov, I'm afraid.
I don't want him near this house again.
Well, you're very insistent, and I'm
If Natalia doesn't want to see him, Doctor, then let him know he's not welcome here. Nothing more to be said. Now, dinner time. Let's all go and eat.
And we know what our fate is, don't we?
Do we?
Oh, yes. To bring up the rear.
Fine.
Or another way of putting it, Michel, we're hangers-on.
Let me tell you something, Doctor. It's something I regret I haven't said to you before.
And what is that?
I'm really sick of you.
Good heavens! Isn't that a remarkable coincidence? Because I'm really sick of myself.
Doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand it. Do you, Mother? Updating survey maps at this time of the year, that's a job for winter. Has the land steward nothing better to do?
Well, he's...
All right. We'll indulge him. Here's the wheat fields, birch forest, paddock area. What else does he want? The lakes. Where are the lakes? Here we are.
And the lower meadows.
The lower meadows.
The new dam.
Weir. Why is everyone so stupid? It is a weir, not a dam.
That's all he wants for the money.
They must be returned to me before the end of the month, Matvier.
Yes.
They are not to be left in the bailiff's quarters.
Absolutely not. Trust Matvier. Is it too early for tea?
Mother, tea?
No, thanks.
In half an hour, that's everything, Matvier, thank you. I can't hear you, speak up.
I'd like to have the 3 days off.
What for?
It's very important.
What's so very important to you?
It's about a wedding.
We'll see. Talk to me next week. Oh, and, Matvier, tell Monsieur Riquiton I'd like a word with him. He's in the billiard room. Such a strange request. Matvier wants 3 days off. Never had a day off in his life, and now he wants 3.
Well, what for?
Something about a wedding, I think. 3 full days. He wouldn't know what to do with himself.
Oh, let him have them, Arkady.
I said I'll see. And I will.
Did I hear you walking about during the night?
Did I waken you?
No, I was reading.
Yes, well, the old man was thrashing about a bit, so I moved into the nursery. Didn't want to disturb Natalia.
Michel hasn't spoken to you yet, has he?
Sorry?
Michel hasn't offered you an explanation yet, has he?
That's why I've sent for him. Since he hasn't volunteered to give me one, now I will demand one. I am owed an explanation, Mother.
Of course.
And if one isn't forthcoming now, this very morning, then I will insist on one.
It may be something very simple, Arkady. So simple, we just can't see it.
I'm prepared to listen. I'm not an unreasonable man. But this is my home, Mother. And I am head of this household, and I will not be treated casually by anybody under this roof. Not by anybody.
Of course not.
I mean to say, I walk into this room, and here is my wife with this man, and she is sobbing. And all he can say to me is, trust me. Trust me. I mean to say, even with the best will in the world, Mother, an explanation is necessary.
You work too hard. You're getting more like your father.
Am I?
It's a pity you never knew him.
I have a vague memory of him.
He was such a handsome man, and so talented, and so gracious, and so endlessly kind. I loved him very much. Yes, without reservation. Oh, he doted on you. He would have been so proud to have seen you grown up and managing the estate so well. This estate, which he fashioned out of a wilderness, gave his entire life to, really. And all the years we were married, at the beginning of every month, oh, you wouldn't remember, you were too young. He went to Moscow for 3 nights to sell timber or grain or to buy new horses or equipment. And to visit a lady there that he loved. Her name was Maria, I think. I never saw her, but I was told she wasn't at all beautiful. Strange, wasn't it? And he was so magnificent. Every month for almost 15 years. And throughout all those years, he never mentioned her to me. And I never mentioned her to me. Because he loved me too. I know he did. And I loved him very much. Yes, without reservation. So, what would there have been to say except wounding things? Oh, and he would have been so proud of little Kolya. glad that billiard table's being used again.
It's a great table.
So my husband used to say. But if it weren't for you, Michelle, it would be mildewed. You must play more often.
My dear said you wanted me. Do you want to see me, Arkady?
You owe me something. Do I? You owe me an explanation.
I don't...
I am owed an explanation. You promised me an explanation.
What I said...
What you said was trust me. That's what you said. Trust me. I can explain all this. There is a perfectly simple explanation, you said.
And there is.
And that's what I want to hear. That perfectly simple explanation. I walk into this room with my mother and that chooser fellow, and there are you and my wife. Can you imagine? Have you any idea what I felt? How I felt? And my mother standing beside me? And then yesterday evening by the gazebo, there you were again for the second time. For God's sake, a second time. And that charlatan Spiegelski, watching, listening, privately sneering. I can't talk to you like this, Michelle. We've known each other since we were boys. How can I talk to you like this? Oh my God. Have you any idea how destroyed I am? Just answer me one question, please. Please. Just one question, please. I really don't want an explanation. What good is an explanation, for God's sake? Just one question, Michelle, and please answer it honestly. Are you in love with Natalia?
Yes.
So, there you are. Knew it. So there you are. Knew it for a long time, of course. Oh, yes, and I don't blame you. Blame? It's not a question of blame, for God's sake. No, it's quite understandable. That's what it is. Perfectly understandable. She's such a beautiful woman that naturally men find her attractive. And naturally, of course, naturally, she responds to those attentions. And the trouble is, well, part of the trouble is that you and she have so much more in common than she and I have. Yes, you do. You're both so intelligent and so well-read and so sophisticated. Not that she doesn't love me. I'm not saying that. I know that she loves me. But she responds to something in you that I haven't got. Can't give her. And I think I could have carried on. Yes, I know I could. As long as she'd been, reasonably discreet. But those 2 times, here and by the gazebo, I don't think, I really don't think I should have been subjected to that, Michelle. But at the same time, it would be wrong of me to deny her her freedom. I won't do that either. I can't crush another person's life. So, what we must do, Michelle, and Natalia too, we must try to find some way of conducting our lives together, the 3 of us, as best we can, with discretion. Without too much hurt. The 3 of us. As best we can. However we can. That's what we must do. Please.
I know what we must do, Arkady. I must leave here.
Go away.
It's the only answer.
Oh, God, Michelle, please, no.
By myself, alone.
Not With Natalia?
No, not with Natalia. Alone.
But you love her.
I'll leave tomorrow. You know I'm right.
How will we tell Natalia? Oh, God, but no, you tell her. No, I will. It's my duty, I will. Oh, God bless you, Michelle. You're a very, very good man, thank you. I said I couldn't deny her freedom, and I couldn't. How could I? But if I let her go altogether, Michelle, I don't think I would survive.
Oh, we all survive, Arkady.
Do we? Yes. Yes, I suppose we do. Even if we love without reservation.
Especially if we love without reservation.
Oh, may God bless you abundantly.
Sorry, have I...
No. Come in, Ivan. Come in. Alexei. How may we help you?
This is a list of French books Claudia will need next term.
Good. Splendid. Thank you. Just leave it here on the table. Now, if you'll excuse me. The astonishing winnowing machine is reluctant to winnow. Maybe that's what makes it so astonishing. I'm going to town tomorrow. Can I give you a lift?
No, thank you.
Tristram Shandy. It's my copy. I never seem to get past page 115. Have you read it?
Are you going visiting?
Leaving.
Leaving for good?
Business in Moscow. Sure, I had some Dickens here.
I thought you'd be here until the end of the
These
summer.
books are in the books upstairs. I'll have to get another trunk.
Does Natalia know you're leaving?
Not yet. She'll be told. All right, Alexei. I'll tell you why I'm leaving. Arkady believes I'm in love with Natalia. Asked me straight out. And because he believes that, I have to leave, haven't I?
Oh, my God.
Well, you'd do the same if you were in my position, wouldn't you?
Oh, my God.
I imagine you're a big believer in love, am I right?
Oh,
Yes, you are.
I have very little experience.
Oh, go on, admit it.
Well, I believe, or I think that if you love a woman and if she loves you, that must be a great happiness, mustn't it?
You got it wrong, Alexei, I'm afraid. All love is catastrophe. Oh, look at me! An endless process of shame and desolation and despair. When you strip yourself of every semblance of dignity and self-respect. When you grovel in the hope of a casual word or a sly smile or a secret squeeze of the hand. But of course you think to yourself, that won't be my experience. Oh, poor old Rakitin. All his life he's been a hanger-on, the second man, made for humiliation. Well, he invites it with his loyalty and subservience, doesn't he?
Honest to God,
Let me tell you just one thing. When you find yourself enslaved by love, owned by a woman, then for the first time in your life, you will know what real suffering is. Oh yes, look at me.
I'm very sorry you're leaving, Michelle.
Thank you. You look after yourself.
We'll all miss you.
For a day.
Well, I'll miss you. And I'm so sorry you've been so hurt.
Do you know where I've been for the past half hour? Sitting under the lime tree in the walled garden, gorging myself on these. They're wonderful. Have one.
Thanks.
Have 2. Have 3. The perfume from that lime tree is so subtle. We are never going to finish this Tristram shandy, Michelle. So what we've got to do is take ourselves in hand. You'll be a real sweetheart, and every night after dinner you'll read me a full chapter, beginning tonight.
I'm leaving today, Natalia. In fact, now.
What do you mean?
I'm going to Moscow on business.
So you'll be back.
We'll see. Perhaps. I'll make you a present of the stand. Maybe Alexei will read it to you.
You're not going now, just like that.
After I've finished packing. Then I'll say my goodbyes.
Typical Michelle. Totally unpredictable. God alone knows what goes on in that strange head of his. Now, give me your hand. I want to tell you my plans. This afternoon, I'm going to visit my old nanny at a village called Spezkoye, and it's about 15 miles from here, and you are going to drive me, and we are going to have a picnic on the... Oh, I'm sorry, did I hurt you?
No, I'm fine.
I don't know my own strength, are you sure?
Fine, really.
So that's agreed. Good. Can you swim?
Just about.
I'm sure you're a wonderful swimmer, and there's a lovely sandy beach there, and it's a perfect day for a picnic.
If you'll excuse me, Natalia, I promised Michel I'd help him to pack.
Alexei, where are you?
In the drawing room.
So that's agreed, Alexei.
We need a handout here. I love that dress.
You look just astonishing in that dress. The winnowing machine stuck in the mud. Come on, boy, we need your muscle.
That's agreed, Alexei.
Yes, fine.
And we'll leave about 3...
Fine! Yes, fine. I'm not running away. I'm needed. I'll be back in a minute.
Have you heard the news, Natalia? Michelle's leaving.
Yes.
Today, now.
I know.
Good Lord. Business in Moscow, he says. Well. And what's the commotion in the yard?
The damn winnowing machine, it's stuck again, I think.
That's the way with those machines. Some you winnow, some you lose, though. Sorry.
Aren't we going to get tea this morning?
Indeed. Good idea. Marjorie, where are you?
I'll say it once more and never again. What I did was wrong. I can't explain why I did it, but it's done. And I'm sorry, and I apologize.
If he's in the kitchen, he won't hear you.
Marjorie!
You've got to stop this childish sulking.
Why are you so agitated? He does love you. Hasn't he told you that yet?
I'm sending him away.
He goes, he stays. He goes, he stays. You're very unsure of him, aren't you? And what if you lost him now? After all that duplicity.
You're a vicious little vixen, aren't you?
Well, either he doesn't hear me or he's ignoring me. Are you going to tell me why you're so sad? Far too fast. Is the heart a bit perturbed? Man came up to me this morning. Help me, doctor, I'm aching from neuralgia. Glad to meet you, I'm Spigelski from Golovka. The mask fits, wear it, I say.
Tell me about Bolshinsov, Doctor.
Happily. What do you want to know? Ask me anything about him, anything at all.
I've really only one question.
Very well off, I promise you. He owns the biggest farm for... Oh, what is it, girl?
You called, Doctor.
What for?
I can't read minds, Doctor, can I?
What are you talking about?
You called for Matvier. I am here in Matvier's place.
Oh, yes, tea. Tell him to serve tea in here.
Matvier is engaged elsewhere, Doctor. But his responsibilities are now my responsibilities, and I am very happy to share them with him.
What's the girl ranting about?
Tea for 2, for 3, for everybody.
If it's not disrupting your life too much.
Not at all, Doctor. It's my pleasure. And Matvier's. La, 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 la.
Good God, touch of sunstroke maybe. Anyhow, Bolshinsov, wealthy, gentlemanly, considerate, quite sophisticated, in a rural sort of way. What was your one question?
If I displeased him, is he the kind of man who would strike me?
Never, never, never. Oh. Oh, my sweet sad-eyed child, what am I to say to you? He's old and he's fat and he's stupid. So stupid he thinks my jokes are funny. And yes, he's quite well off. And he seems to like you. And he's kind enough, I suppose. What more can I tell you, little one? If I thought for a moment that love was a necessary, even a desirable ingredient in these matters, I'd say, pass it up. But since I don't, it's bird in hand, I suppose.
I'll marry him, Doctor.
Oh, you wait until the...
Tell him I'll marry him.
Look, Vera, you wait.
I won't wait. It has to be now, as soon as possible. Will you tell him that?
You hear the tidings? Michelle is exiting. Oh, even now as we prattle. Oh, come. We tell him goodbye. Then I go riding. You go riding with me, Doctor?
Oh, sorry, Herr Schaff. Calls all afternoon.
We tell goodbye to Michelle. He exits even now as we prattle. Oh, this is very sad. Come, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
This is very sad.
I'm glad you're alone.
I thought you were helping.
I was. Then I helped Michelle pack. Then I packed my own things.
Why?
I've got to leave Vera today. Now you know I have. I had a strange talk with Michelle a while ago, and looking at him, listening to him, suddenly everything became so clear. Get out, get out, get out! Do I sound sort of frantic? I suppose I am. Part of my mind is hysterical, but part of it is wonderfully lucid. I've been here a month, and what happens? Anna fights with Michelle. Michelle fights with Natalia. Natalia fights with you. Arkady fights with Michelle. And in some way I seem to be the cause of it all. And now Michelle is leaving. And I'm leaving.
And I'm leaving.
Good for you. I'm so far out of my depth here I can scarcely breathe. Of course they're kind and thoughtful and intelligent people, but honest to God I never want to see any of them ever again.
But you love her, Alexei.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm saying. That was part of the hysteria, the madness, a Chinese squib, a Greek blinding flash. They're nothing.
Nothing.
But it's been a good month too, Viera. A great month, thanks to you. All those laughs. Nanny coming off the swing. Hiding Matvey's Wellington in the oven, remember? Putting Pepper in Lizavetta's snuff box. Terrible to think we've forgotten it all by Christmas. I'm serious about those piano lessons though, right?
Right.
I'm leaving now, on foot. Michelle's going to pick me up somewhere along the road. Be good. Oh. The head's really gone. I can't face Natalia. Give her that, would you? Read it if you like. Goodbye, that's all it says. Oh! Bye, Herr Schaff.
Bye? But I am not going nowhere. Bye? Why does he confuse me? Oh, and Katja, she hides on me. She was to have polished my boots, but she did not. And now she hides.
Have you tried the clothesline?
No, she hides on me today. Why is that? You know where Katja is?
No idea.
I try her bedroom, laundry, clothesline, kitchen, her bedroom again. No, Katja. And look, still soiled. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'll be away all afternoon, Viera. Nanny will look after Kolya, but I'd be glad if you gave a hand.
Of course. For you.
You haven't anything else to do, have you?
Nothing.
Alexei?
Yes.
He's going?
Yes.
He's already gone.
I think so.
Oh my God! Goodbye! The eloquent Alexei Belyaev. How dare he, the pup? The jumped-up, baby-faced pup? Who the hell does he think he is? Well, he's not walking away like that. I'm not one of his college sluts. He'll go if I say he goes. He'll go when I say he goes. And who is he to decide I haven't the courage to throw all this up and go with him? If that decision is to be made, it'll be my decision, not his, the bastard! Oh my God!
It's better this way. You know that.
Everything is such a mess. I'm afraid I can't hold on much longer.
Everything will soon be back to normal.
For God's sake, child, can't you see it's the normal that's deranging me?
I'm leaving too.
The sooner the better. I wish you were all gone. I can't tell you how sick I am of you all.
How does she know he's leaving?
He left a note for her.
Damn it! We agreed I'd tell her. It was my responsibility.
She'll be fine. Don't worry.
It's all right, my darling. Everything's in hand. Michelle and I had a wonderfully open talk. I don't want an explanation. I don't need an explanation. All I need is you. Do you hear me, my darling? You are all I need. Not now, girl! Let me tell you what we'll do. You'll lie down for an hour, and I'll bring you up a cup of hot chocolate. Do you remember that famous hot chocolate I used to make you when you were expecting Collier? And in no time, you'll be a new woman. A new and even more beautiful woman. In no time at all.
Yes. I'll go up to my room.
Good.
No, please, Arkady. I can manage.
I came to say goodbye.
We agreed I'd tell her, Michelle. Now look at the state she's in.
I don't think I'm the cause this time, Arkady.
But who else?
Goodbye, Natalia.
Michelle's leaving, my love. But he'll be back. I insist on that. We can't afford to lose a good friend like Michelle. Aren't I right? And I mean that, Michelle. You know that. Come and spend Christmas with us. I'd love you to. She would too. I know she would. We both know she would. Thank you. No, my friend, thank you. What you are doing is noble.
Well, where is she? Doctor said she was home.
But I am not going nowhere. All day she's in her room now. Bye.
Goodbye, Bishop.
But I am not exiting.
Excuse me, everybody, I have to leave.
Please!
Tell me this, how much of that ice cream did she have?
Why you ask about
Please! Natalia is perfectly well, wonderfully well. I thank you all for your concern. But I promise you there is nothing in the world to be worried about. Now, I need a hand with the accounts. Where's Ivan?
The blacksmith, Arkady, but he's illiterate, you know that.
Of course I know the blacksmith is illiterate. I'm talking about Ivan, that young man.
I think he means Alexei, the tutor.
Alexei! Why do I always get that wrong?
Alexei has just left.
What?
Where did this happen? He go also? Oh my God! Everybody is bye.
When did this happen? He's in my employment. How can he just walk out on me?
He had fell in love with you.
Alice, with the tutor?
And I'm afraid he didn't love her, so the kindest thing he could do was
leave. Good heavens! Everybody's leaving. Everybody's being so noble. The world is suddenly becoming a wonderful place, Michelle. But there is another problem, Mother. Who is going to teach Collier his French and English?
Oh, I will pedagogue him, Arcady. I am happy, especially in English.
That's most kind of you, Herr Sharp. A wonderful suggestion, I'm sure.
Suddenly this house will be very quiet.
This house is never quiet.
With you and the young tutor gone, oh yes. Natalia especially will miss you both.
Maybe.
Strange, isn't it? She has the unqualified love of a very good man. But for some women, and many men, that doesn't seem to be enough. And instead of that love satisfying, enriching, it becomes another form of suffocation, so that all of their lives are dissatisfied, even turbulent. But for the people who offer their love without reservation, even though that love is neither fully appreciated nor fully reciprocated, they are the fortunate ones, even though they don't believe they are. I hope you have a very good journey, Michelle, and I hope you'll come back to us very soon.
Thank you.
Are you getting a lift into town?
Natier's driving.
Because I should be able to do the needful later in the day, in a brand new Tracker, azure blue.
You're a real rogue, you know that?
Me? My entire life is dedicated to the sick and poor.
Oh,
Michelle.
Doctor. Goodbye, Doctor.
Yes.
Goodbye, Anna.
Goodbye, Michelle.
Very
Arcady.
sad. I know.
Goodbye.
Travel in health.
Thank you. Secretary.
Safe journey, Michelle.
Thank you again, Anna.
Anytime you feel like coming back.
He knows that, Mother. Come on, I'll see you off.
We both will.
Michel is a good man. Already I am lonely for him. My eyes, they wish to bed.
You mean to... Oh, never mind. Lisavieta,
Yes?
what are you doing?
It's nothing.
I will not allow you to indulge in that filthy habit in this house.
Then I'll just have to say goodbye to this house, won't I?
Another bye. Oh, my God.
What does that mean?
Another bye indeed, Herr Schaff. In 3 weeks, to be exact.
And who will stay? Nobody, nobody, nobody.
Sorry, we're a bit late.
Not altogether our fault.
Tea for everybody?
We have coffee too.
Oh, Katja has made some delicious crumpets.
Matvier.
They're wonderful.
Don't listen to him. They're simple drop scones.
Bring everything out onto the lawn, Katja.
My pleasure, madame. After you.
Eat it on the lawn.
Yes, Herr Schaff.
Matvier,
Oh, you gave me a start. Sir?
I was looking for Dr. Spigelski.
Certainly, I'll get him. He's around somewhere.
No, don't bother him. Just tell him I've left the horses and trap by the back gate.
I'll do that. Oh, can I get you something? Tea? Coffee?
Nothing, thanks. Is that Miss Fiera?
That's Miss Vieira. Terrific, isn't she?
Nice. Nice. Doctor.